답답해! 난 절대 답답해! 난 절대 답답해! 난 절대
Hello and welcome everyone to Hearthstone Masters Korea. Choker here, I'm back. Hearthstone
난 절대
Well, you know, I wouldn't blame you. Well, we do have a nice sauna next to us too, actually, in the studio. Hello and welcome everyone to Hearthstone Masters Korea. Choker here, I'm back. We are last week, but you know, I wouldn't blame you. Well, we do have a nice sauna next to us. Too big of a show. Hello and welcome everyone to Hearthstone Masters Korea. Choker here, I'm back. Yeah, definitely. I mean, last week we saw a lot of the same. We are I wouldn't blame you. We do have a nice sauna next to us. Too big of a show. Hello and welcome everyone to Hearthstone Masters Korea. Choker here, I'm back. Yeah, definitely. I mean, last week we saw a lot of the same. I wouldn't blame you. We do have a nice sauna quite a bit. So I think today was one of the best players out of the lot. I just know yeah, definitely. I mean, last week we saw a lot of the same. Quite a bit. So I think today was one of the best players out of the lot. I just know yeah, definitely. I mean, last week we saw a lot of the same. Quite a bit. So I think today was one of the best players out of the lot. I just know yeah, definitely. I mean, last week we saw a lot of the same. Quite a bit. So I think today was one of the best players out of the lot. I just know yeah, definitely. I mean, last week we saw a lot of the same. Welcome back, everyone, to Hearthstone Masters Korea. We have some highlights from the first 2 sets of Flurry versus Dawn.
Oh, yes, we do. And be afraid, be very afraid, Chobra, because the zoo is back.
It is.
Flurry getting the win with it here in game number 1.
It really is, and admittedly, I've been playing it.
I've been playing a little bit too. Yeah.
But not too much, actually. I've been enjoying kind of mid-range or a little bit more towards the handlock side, personally. I think, you know, I may be similar with you, too, because you like Control Warrior. I don't know if I can speak for you there. But I also tend to gravitate more towards Warrior Control, like always, more than anything. So
it's fun.
It's a little tricky for me to always get used to playing half a bit more aggro. But good plays from Flurry. I mean, getting that Mal'Ganis at the end with 4 imps alive.
Yeah.
The only way Dawn could have prevented this is if his boom bots actually hit and also bombed the imps. But
you gotta kill the imps if you're playing against a demon deck.
Yeah, the knife jugglers and the imps, you always gotta prioritize, just like you want to kill the knife jugglers and the
beasts.
Yeah, the beasts in general.
Yeah, for hunters. Very true. So, Flurry, you know, he tried to kind of keep a handle on things, but man, those Savannah High Mains are probably one of the best cards that Hunter has against Rogue because they're beefy, they do a lot of damage, they take a lot of health to kill, and they turn into 2 more 2/2. So they're just very annoying to get rid of, and you get a lot of out of it. A little bit of bad luck here with the extra damage from the Sharp Sword Oil going to the Gadgetzan Auctioneer, but...
So, I mean, yeah, first of all, that allowed it to be killed by the big game Hunter, but I actually want to pick your brain here a little bit because what could be the possible reason for not attacking the High Main with the SI-7H?
I mean, if you had Freezing Trap, then it would go back to your hand, I guess.
But like you would have to hit it anyway, right? That's what I'm thinking. Like,
well, I'm trying to find a reason, like like you said, but I really can't think of a good one as far as just letting that sit there. I agree. I think he got a little bit greedy in it. Came back to bite him, literally.
Yeah.
2 kill commands.
Double kill command, 2 hyenas, perfect lethal.
Yep.
I've always liked that effect on kill command.
Have you?
But it's interesting because the artwork shows it's like an eagle or hawk that goes out, right? But it's like a chomp with
hawks with teeth. That's terrifying.
Well, we'll see what both of these players bring. Rogue and Druid left for Flurry here, and Dawn has his Warlock and Druid left. So we'll see if Flurry wants to go, you know, have another go with his Rogue, or maybe dial it back down with a little bit more consistency on the Druid. We'll find out in set number 3.
Epic card.
Yeah, now he's on to golden cards and epic cards. He's got all of them. All right, well, let's go right into set number 3 between Flurry and Dawn.
Right, it's Druid time. And Rogue time again.
Yeah, so Flurry bring out the Rogue again.
Yeah.
Druid.
Might as well.
Yeah, I think it's fair. I think, you know, if you can help it, might as well.
Oh, whoa, Drew the Flame. Wow. Okay.
Hey, man.
Well, we did see this. We saw it at Seed Story Cup.
Yes.
But even the person who... I was trying to remember...
I think Orange played it.
I believe it was, and he also said afterwards that...
It wasn't worth it.
Yeah, it wasn't a good idea. But apparently, Don didn't get the memo on that one.
Yeah, it was Orange because he played it, and then he was explaining his deck choices after he won. He was like, yeah, Druid of the Flame, so I played it. I won with the deck, but I don't think Druid of the Flame is a good card.
You know, it's just, on the one hand, it doesn't give you enough board control as a 2/5, and on the other hand, it's too fragile as a 5/2. So, you know, maybe Don has found a way. Maybe he's found a way to make that Druid of the Flame work, but...
Oh, he's doing it.
We'll see. It's got to be a 2/5, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say.
I mean, because 5/2/2,
yeah,
you can clear it too easily.
Right?
Yeah. I actually think, all right, 2/5. Yeah, fair enough against Rogue.
You know, yeah, against Rogue. Okay. Sure.
I've actually never seen the artwork for the 2/5.
Me neither,
I've only been playing the 5/2s against
It's the first for me, too, yeah.
It's pretty cool. I dig it.
Just going to Wrath this one, it looks like. And just go to face with the 2/5. And the thing is, 5 health is kind of the sweet spot against Rogue because it's annoying to deal with. Whoa.
That's
Furion, are you okay? It's like, Meth Furion, not even once.
Oh, man. Imagine he gets cleared with the deadly poison.
I dubbed that
SI7.
I dubbed that Meth Furion.
Too good. All right, well, this is awkward turn.
This is an important lesson for artists everywhere, is that when you're drawing a portrait of someone, don't draw all the teeth in detail because it will never look good. Teeth are better implied than fully drawn. And any artist out there.
That's true, isn't it?
That's very true.
Oh,
Everyone learns this when they learn to draw people. Don't
not
focus on the teeth.
great artist myself, but I've learned.
Now you know.
Now I know.
Knowing is half the battle, Chobra.
That's true. It's true.
A little bit more damage coming out of Flurry.
All right, so do you greed your way to a Nation of Lure here?
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
yeah.
You've got two. I mean, you draw, you still have a solid turn next time around, either Sylvanas, Sludge Belcher, what have you.
Yeah.
Or
well,
Emperor Thorson.
all right.
Wild Growth for the draw later on. All right.
This is
Good
actually,
hand for Dawn right now.
Yeah, it's looking really good.
It's just a lot of stuff that Flurry is going to have a hard time dealing with, you know?
Is he gonna? Okay.
It's a cheap way to keep it off the board.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Especially again, like we said, turn 6 coming up, you usually have some really big threats with anyone, but mostly or Warlocks and Druids both have run both of these cards. So.
And he goes with the Sylvanas instead of the Emperor Thorson. Yeah, I mean, I think he just wants to get as much off the board before he plays it, but I feel like you have so much in your hand that would get, obviously one cheaper, and Emperor Thorson is essentially effective board clear himself at a 5/5, and yeah, look at that Fury just ignoring it.
Yeah,
so I wonder about that. I wonder about that play a little bit.
Huh.
Yeah.
I think that's actually a pretty smart play by Flurry. He's basically kind of trying to call him out on it. Of course, if the Sludge Belcher comes out here, but see, yeah, here we go. Because he didn't play Thorson, now while he has things to play turn 7, he's already down to 19 health.
Exactly.
And he's kind of fishing for, all right, what is the optimal play? Because there doesn't seem to be a clear one anymore.
Yeah, I feel like Thorson would have been something that Flurry would have needed to deal with right away, whereas Sylvanas obviously can be ignored. So they come back to haunt him. Do you really want a Wild Growth here? Okay.
Well,
he's got 2 of them.
Yeah, he's got 2, and because he hasn't played Thorson, now that extra mana will actually make a pretty big difference.
He can also play Cenarius next turn as well too now.
Exactly.
Which is pretty nice.
More taunts all the way. Well, there we go.
Oh man, and 2 preps in the hand too. This could be a very big turn.
I remember Korea versus China versus where all we heard were coins from
yeah. Yep. More coins. Oh, there's a deadly poison. Okay.
He's got pretty much everything lined up for him. You know what else I remember from Korea vs. China Masters? People
China winning a lot?
Well, that too, but people, Korean players queuing up all their cards before their draws finished for Ganshan auction.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the rookie mistakes that Korean players made last year.
The scene has gotten so much better,
yeah.
man. Honestly, a lot of those matches last year were just painful to cast.
They were, but here we go. So Flurry, last time he got greedy with the second prep. He wanted to keep it, right?
Okay.
And so now he's like,
really could have used the Blade Flurry there.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, you would be kind of giving something to Sylvanas anyway. Oh, he's going to prep. What's he going to get?
No.
Sap. Well, he can sap the Sylvanas if he wants to. Eviscerate. Oh, okay. I thought it was sap.
Yeah.
Our monitors are very small.
They are small a little bit, but all right. Well, yeah. You just gotta go now.
Yep. Okay. Ancient of War. So Dawn going really heavy into the ramp.
All right. Well, I'm still for the Cenarius. Just because one Ancient of War, if it gets sapped, it's like game over right there.
Whoa, too fast, too fast.
Yeah. I think the beginning said he was from the army, but he's playing Hearthstone these days. I missed the first part. But.
So yeah, would you Cenarius and just use the buff here? You'd end up having a
buff.
Yeah, 3/4 taunt, and then you'd have a 7/4 Sylvanas.
So I was personally thinking of the 2/2/2 taunts.
Then hope you draw into a Savage Roar.
Yeah, well, more just to try to keep yourself alive. Although then you're playing to stay alive, I guess. But you do have an Ancient of or 2 Ancient of War.
I feel like these days against Rogue, they have so much clear potential with Blade Flurry and Sharp Sword Oil that it's hard to make those 2/2s last, you know?
Well, right. I think the only reason I made that argument was the weapon only had 1 charge left. So if he Blade Flurried right away, there it is. Could have used it a turn earlier. But if you use it right, he would be missing out on kind of the direct damage anyway. So
that's true.
That was the argument, but
it's going to be 5/10 either way.
Well, now it's fine because there's no sap, so it's and the eviscerates are gone too. I believe he used both last turn.
He did, yes. Used them both to face.
Yeah. So,
which is a bold move against Druid. because you, although honestly, like, I suppose you do kind of need to just do that damage to face at some point.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You know what I would do?
What would you do?
I would wait.
What? He's not waiting.
I would just Tinker Sharps. Okay, so personally I was thinking maybe he could just get greedy. Tinker Sharp Sword oil. Then oil next turn again with Drake, and then just Blade Flurry for the win with the extra spell power.
Yeah, maybe.
But, you know, he decided, all right, well, I have both. I can clear the Ancient of War. I think this is a safer play.
He's way ahead, and we'll see if any taunts come down here. It doesn't look, well, there's Cenarius anyway. But another Blade Flurry would probably do it with both those Tinker Sharp Sword oils.
Yeah,
he'd have to play one then the other, and then the Blade Flurry because he doesn't have any more preps.
Yeah, so here it's a tough call between Ancient of Lore, heal for 5. Get into the semis.
A lot of games, a lot of tournaments use that format, so
yeah,
you
it's
should
good.
be pretty familiar with it.
I think it's pretty fair. So just a Druid left for Flurry.
Yeah.
And then Dawn, either the Druid coming back or Warlock. Very interested in what Warlock deck he has.
We'll see.
I think it's
Mephirian.
That's so crazy looking.
Got any of that nature, man? I need it.
Well, that's pretty creepy. Hopefully we never have to run into situations with Mephirian. But
Mephirian's pretty creepy, man.
all right, well, we are, I think, all ready for set number 4 between Flurry and Dawn.
All right, it is Druid versus Druid.
All right, well.
All right. Whose nature is going to rise higher?
Yeah, it really does come down to that. Now, we saw that Dawn running the more of a taunt variation. So.
Double Innervate, all right. Well, okay, there we go. Coin into Wild Growth for Flurry.
Yeah, both of them, I'd say Flurry's hand definitely looks better because double Innervate when you don't have another minion doesn't feel too great.
I did see a Black Knight. Look at that. There it is.
Yeah, so Dawn going with, Ramp Druid, the original taunt Ramp Druid here.
Yeah, a lot of taunts. No. Yeah, just Ascension. I was like, I know you're thinking of double innervating into that Sludge Belter. Don't do it.
Yeah, you can just save it for the next turn.
Okay. One part of the combo, and probably just going to see the Shade here.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Get something out there.
Yeah, you could Wild Growth the next turn too with Hero Power and then just
He's going to innervate into Emperor Tharza next turn.
Couldn't ask for a better play, right?
Yeah. Because there's really not a great clear early on for Senjin, so the Emperor might be in pretty good shape. Yeah. Although, we can clear with that, but I think you'd want to save your Shade. You don't want to just...
I think you Wild Growth here.
Yeah.
And then if you deem that you really need to get rid of the Tharzan right away, you just silence it and deal with it.
Yep, he's got some options.
Yeah.
See if they can just Wild Growth Hero Power here and then just sit.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're still taking some free damage, but you can put down Sylvanas next turn. You know, if you wild growth here.
True.
And you know, you can climb back into it pretty well if you're that ahead in mana, because Dawn is only ahead with the innervates, right? While those are pretty crucial, you deal with them once and it's done. The benefit is gone.
Pretty good benefit, though.
Yeah, I don't know. This is pretty big.
You know, although the cards that are in his hand won't benefit him directly next turn that much.
Yeah.
The biggest thing he'll have is, like, you know, the ability to Sludge Belcher and Hero Power, or Sludge Belcher, you know, and no, did I get that right?
That's about just Sludge Belcher actually.
About that, yeah. You're right. Or earlier Black Knight, I suppose. Either way, there's the
swipe for the clear. Okay, that's fair too. That's better than the silence. Now this is the problem. So I don't, you know, I think in Dawn's shoes, like you said, you had the Sentient and felt pretty safe. But at the same time, if you innervated out, and earlier you had 2 innervates, you only get 3 cards that get a benefit. And I mean, these are good cards, but they're still pretty high cost.
Well, he'll have a 6-mana Dr. Boom at least. That's kind of the biggest thing right now.
Yeah.
What's it going to be? Just Piloted Shredder and then
ooh, I don't know.
Power?
I think maybe you put the Sylvanas down.
Yeah.
All right, you saw the Ascension, right? So you're thinking, all right, well, Taunt, it's going to have a lot more higher cost minions.
I mean, your opponent's got a lot of health left, though, so he could swipe it and then Hero Power. He's going to go for it.
Fair.
Okay.
He could swipe in Hero Power.
You know, it's something that needs to be dealt with, so it more or less it just kind of eats up Dawn's turn here. But yeah, he will just swipe Hero Power that.
All right.
And he's got the health to do it. That's True to the Flame, though. It's still in there.
Well, all right, yeah, so like you said, this eats up his turn, though, so now the benefit for the mana reduction on Dr. Boom is somewhat negated, and now he can play his. So I think this ended up working out pretty well for him.
Definitely did.
Yeah. Oh!
Well. Still time to Dr. Boom.
Yeah, you got to mirror it.
It's a boom off.
The full circle.
That's right.
Go full circle.
So much Dr. Boom in this place. It's a hospital now.
Says, I wonder who's weaker.
Oh no. It's a civil war. Boombots versus Boombots. A war of robots in this nature fight. All right.
Okay. I wonder if he's running a second force in nature.
Could be.
Quite frankly, I don't think you have to.
Oh, chain reaction.
Oh, uh-oh. You can still die. Yeah, you want to attack with it first.
Yeah, definitely. Is he even going to trade?
Okay. I wonder if you're desperate enough, to innovate the Shredder out.
Oh, the Shredder, okay. He could also just do Keeper and do some damage to it, too. Or silence it. We'll see what he does. It's kind of an odd situation, so I'm curious what he's going to choose.
All right, if you silence it, you guarantee your Dr. Boom lives. But
yeah, that's true.
But then you use the silence
that
you might want for a big taunt later. So I think this is the better play.
Oh,
right,
okay.
Well, okay.
Yeah. And it looks like it will live, too, through this turn.
Yeah, you don't have an immediate answer to that.
Yep.
I guess, this is the easiest way to go.
Just going to silence the Shredder, it looks like, then? Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the Force in nature, so, I mean, yeah, there could be Sludge Belchers later, but you got rid of Sylvanas, too.
Oh, that's a silence, too, and that's game,
that's
man.
game,
That's Pulse Hero Power. That's death right there. And Flurry takes the match. A 3-1 victory over Dawn here.
Oh.
Wow.
Good game.
Nature rose against him. GG.
It's because that fan showed Methfurion when Dawn pulled out his Methfurion first, so
Methfurion.
he was deemed the Methfurion.
There he is.
I really hope they swap it out for a different class, a different cheerful next turn. No offense, but it's kind of creepy.
Those teeth.
All right, well, Flurry will be waiting for his winner's match at the end of the night. So he'll face off against either Time or Pombla, depending on the next match.
Pretty clean victory, too, for Flurry.
Yeah, I'd say it was pretty well done. I mean, he was a little bit greedy with that Auctioneer play in set 2, but aside from that, pretty straightforward. Also brought that Zoo pretty timely.
That's the end of the tournament for Dawn, and you know, he did make it through some pretty good players here.
Well, he's got the losers match
Oh,
tomorrow.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's the end of this match for Don.
Yeah, well,
He
he's
will be
done
back
for the
tomorrow.
day. Yeah, so he could go home,
For the day.
reflect.
You're right.
Maybe stay and watch some of the other matches. Try to get some more insight on these decks because they're going to keep the same decks for the round of 8. So, you know, if I were Don, you know, it feels kind of bad, but stay and watch the other players' decks so you can get a little bit of head info, and then try to prepare better for your matches tomorrow.
Yep, that's right. So a short break for us, and then we'll be back with Time versus Palmblad.
Yep, match number 2 of this side of the quarterfinals. Don't go anywhere.